Welcome back to my channel. This is video number 2. That's 4. This is video number 2. My name is Jada. I've written 3 books. One of them will never see the light of day. The second one is in revision purgatory. And the third one is my current work in progress, Church Bread, which I wrote in 2 weeks during Nano. And that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about that process. If you're new here, go back and watch the first video about the tips. Well, you don't have to, but if you're new here, there is a previous video about my main tips. But this is going to be my exact process of how I prepped. This is going to be the prep. So let's get started. Like I said, this is about the prep work that went into writing a novel in 2 weeks. It's not a play-by-play. No, I will say, I did a lot of prep work. And I saw someone talking about how they're not really a prepper and how they're just gonna like pants their way through it. If that works for you, go for it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I did. We're gonna start with the moment of conception. Yeah, we're gonna start with conception. I got the idea for my novel from a song I was listening to. Well, it was an album I was listening to, Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain. Mainly Western Nights, but the whole album really inspired this novel. Like, it birthed that idea of a biker and preacher's daughter romance. Like, the the themes just got a bit darker as it went, but that's the overall gist of it and how it came to be. You can find the inspiration from anywhere for like a story idea. I also post on Instagram my strange dreams that I have, and people can just take whatever they want from them. Follow me on Instagram if you need story ideas. I post a lot of weird dreams. That was the conception of the idea, which is necessary if you're going to write a book. You know, you need an idea. After I got the idea, I did a lot of reading. I did so much reading. I'm going to tell you a few of the books I read. When the World Didn't End by Gwyneth Turner, Confessions of an Alleged Good Girl by Julia Goffney, The Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Disha Phil Yaw, and Bad Mormon by Heather Gay. These are some of the books that I read. I read, I think, a total of 10 to prep for this. This was back when I thought it was going to be really cult related, and then it just turned into more religious, which some would say is a cult, but well, not real. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? Okay. I read a lot of books to get me into that mood and into the mindset I need to be in, and I watched a lot of movies and I watched a lot of documentaries. I have a few up here that I watched. I watched Hillsong, Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey. I watched Let Us Pray. I watched Jesus Camp. Jesus Camp was a bit of a drag. I wasn't feeling it. And I watched The Way Down. The Way Down was insane. There's like at least 5 more that I watched. So all in all, I guess I did like 10 to 20 movies, documentaries / shows, and I did about 10 books. You don't have to do all of that. You can read 2 books, you can read 1 book, but reading a lot of books in your genre and around the story that you want to write, and they're kind of similar, it will help you so much in the long run to decide your voice and your style and where you're going to start your story and where you're going to end it, and like things you can draw upon. So reading and watching things is crucial. Do it for the plot, research. It'll help. I promise. So in addition to books and movies and documentaries and shows, you're going to want to consume a lot of music. And this kind of leads into the playlist thing, which is the next one, but you're going to want to consume a lot of music to kind of get you in that mindset as well. And a lot of blogs. Not like just written blogs, but like video blogs, like vlogs. For my story, I watched a lot of Cults to Consciousness. I watched a lot of videos about people who left their church and people and what they went through. I watched a lot of that to the point where it triggered the deconstruction of my faith. So be careful, you know what I mean? One untapped resource is news articles. I didn't read a lot of them, but I would like literally just scan through journals and news articles about churches and crimes committed in the church and stuff like that. And I didn't read a lot of them because I really didn't need to. I consumed a lot of media that I kind of knew what was going on, so I didn't need to consume a lot of journals and news articles. But you might. You never know. You never know the inspiration you can find lurking in real life. So I'm thirsty. Sprite break. The next thing that really helped was, this is all pre-planning. You know what I mean? This is all, what is that? There's a word for this. It's like research, but it's like pre-research. It's like, how did I graduate college? You know what I'm talking about. This is gonna be my whole YouTube, every video. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like, and you're just gonna have to agree. Yes. Consuming a lot of media in general, in addition to the books. And I'm not gonna judge you. I was gonna say something judgmental. Consume a lot of media, YouTube videos, vlogs, blogs, news articles, journals, lots of books, lots and lots and lots of books. That is going to get you in that mindset and in that headspace to write your story. So now this is where most people, I think, they just skip all of what I said before and they go right to the playlist and the mood boards, which is fine. If that's your process, that's your process. But I didn't make mine until I did a lot of research because I didn't need it. I didn't need it yet. I wasn't writing it yet. I was like, I can go off some vibes in my head. My playlist is actually still being created. Like I have I think 11 songs on my playlist right now for this book. I did not create my mood board until I started writing. I didn't create my playlist until my second draft. So I'm the weirdo here. I'm the outlier. Most people create these things before they even write the book. And I tend to notice that really dictates how your book goes. Because you're like, oh, well, I saw this, so I'm going to like grab this from here and really work that in. And I don't know. Maybe it's my brain that doesn't work like that. But I didn't want to make my mood board until I was writing, which is what I did. After creating the playlists and mood boards, if I start acting weird after playlists and mood boards, it's because I'm not feeling well. After the mood boards and the playlists, this is when I really started to do the prep for the story. This was figuring out the setting, the characters, the themes, the mood, the tone. And if you would like to use the document that I used, I got it from Dark Grove Press. I will link her Etsy below. That, I don't know what that was. It's Australian. My head is spinning. I will link her Etsy below. I'm also in her writing group on Facebook. I have her workbooks. I plug her stuff every day on Instagram. So if you're not following her, you're really missing out on some great content. This is where my Bible comes in. It's not ironic. I'm not trying to be ironic. But I also write like screenplays, and I wrote a pilot, and like usually have a series Bible. So I just thought I'd do a Bible for my book. There is plot, character, theme, mood, tone, setting, and there's an other. There goes that accent. There's an other in here. I don't know what that entails. And I think it's empty. I started to fill this out. The plot is mainly my outline. It's called Plan Your Book by Derek Murphy. It's free. It's online. I use that. And I'm still using it because I like it so much. But if you get I think it's the Preptober workbook from Dark Grove Press and some other workbooks, and I kind of just took what I wanted from each one and put it in one document on Notability. It's this app on my iPad, and I just put it into one and I printed it out. And I think I might have like a few other. No, I really think I just used Dark Grove Press. I'm not gonna show you that because that's top secret. I will tell you that I use some other things. Story Genius is a great book, and you can find the worksheets for it. It would be helpful if you also read the book. You know, you should read the book and then do the worksheets. But if you're like, I'm not reading the book, you don't necessarily have to. The worksheet kind of explains it all. So go Google that, download it, get you a little binder, put everything in it from the workbooks from Dark Grove Press because you're gonna go buy them. And they're not expensive. They're like, I think like $6 a pop. I don't know, something like that. And you're gonna get the free outline from Plan Your Book by Derek Murphy, and you're gonna look up the Story Genius for your main characters. You're gonna do it for your main characters. And I'm not even going to lie, I did not do the entire worksheet. Okay, I have another story time. Over the summer, I was in a street team for Delicate Condition by Danielle Valentine. I don't know if you can see the book over there, but and we essentially went through a few questions regarding our manuscript to help strengthen our characters. And I did that for my romance novel I wrote last year, which I adore. I love that book, and it just really helped me. I took every prompt that she posted in that group and I put it into a document with the Story Genius worksheet, and I kind of like compared and took out what I wanted, and and I'm very much a cut and paste person. Like, I will take something and put it in another document and just make my own thing. And now I cannot give you that because, one, this document is like I said, a lot of Dark Grove Press workbooks, and very few of anything else. So that's why I told you, just go get the workbooks, go get the free stuff that I told you about. I think that's really it. Like, if you can do all of that and fill most of that stuff out, your story will be pretty, you'll have a more solid first draft. You know what I mean? It won't feel as much of a 0 draft. It'll feel more like a 0.75 draft. You know, it's not gonna be like a first draft, but it's not gonna be a 0 draft. And I think that's a good starting point. I read my first draft, and it's very much skeletal, but the plot is there. You want the plot to be there for your story, and you want it to like your characters, and you want to be, just take my advice. Just do what I say. I'm kidding. With advice and tips, take what you need and throw the rest away. If you don't need it, you don't have to force yourself to do anything. If you know this is all you need for your story to get it down on the page right now, go for it. Take it and run. But to recap, I prepped to write my novel in 2 weeks by doing a lot of immersion. So I immerse myself in similar stories through various media. So that's books, nonfiction and fiction. I did a lot of movies, lots of documentaries, lots of shows, listened to a lot of music that I think put me in the overall vibe and spirit. I created a playlist and a mood board. Number 4 is the actual prep work that I did, and that's the workbooks that I bought from Dark Grove Press. That's the worksheets that I used from Story Genius and from Danielle's Street Team. I can maybe upload that one and have it in a Google Doc below. And then there is Plan Your Book by Derek Murphy that I adored and loved, and I still use to this day. That's number 5. That is the prep and a bunch of random stories and things that I probably might delete in post edits. I hope it helped. I really hope it helped. I'm gonna post those links below, and let me know if they help. Thank you for watching and bearing with me through my headache and whatever's going on up here and my brain lagging. Thank you for sticking with it and not making fun of me. Well, if you are making fun of me, don't leave it in the comments. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I'm a blast on there. Okay? I promise you. I am more put together. I don't lag as much. That's all I am. But thank you for watching. See you next time.